So let's begin by getting centered, coming into a comfortable seat. Just allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears, maybe rolling them up and back a few times. Allowing the eyes to close. Imagine you have a string pulling the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. So we're seated tall, yet relaxed. And just begin tuning into your breath. Feeling the air as it comes in through the nose. And just following your breath. Trying to stay connected to it. Maybe setting an intention for your practice. And on your next inhale, just begin to dip the chin, maybe opening the eyes. Bringing the hands out to the sides. We'll inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, we'll add in a twist, bringing the right hand behind you. Left hand comes to the right knee. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, twist. One more round. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, twist. Last one. Breathing in, exhaling, twist. We'll make our way onto our back. We'll start in star pose. So you want your feet as wide as the mat. As you inhale, reach your arms up and over. So the armpits are facing the ceiling. And just allow the body to settle here, getting connected to the breath. Feeling all the meeting points between the body and the floor. And breathing, we want to try to maintain this meditative state. Just letting go of the day, any events, any happenings. I'll give you halfway counts. Relax the face, your jaw. Just let yourself feel heavy, connected to the earth. Halfway through the shape. be here just another minute. Take full deep belly breaths here. Just really feeling the belly, the ribs, your lungs expanding. This is the way we are supposed to truly breathe. Most of us are just breathing in the top portion of the chest and lungs. So we want to really pay attention to our breath and breathing all the way through the lungs, the diaphragm, the belly. On your next inhale, just bring the arms to your belly. And we'll bring the soles of our feet together for reclined butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. You can continue with your hands on the belly, or you can bring them open on the mat, maybe one on the heart, one on the belly, whatever's comfortable. Just check in with the jaw, making sure you're not clenching the teeth. Relax the little space between your eyebrows. Maybe feeling the rise and fall of your hands as you breathe. When we breathe fully, deeply, it is an act of self-love, self-compassion. And if your mind feels busy, you can add in breath counting, inhaling for a count of 4, holding for 2, exhaling, maybe 8 or even 10. You're halfway through. We'll be here just one more minute. Take 3 really full, deep belly breaths here before we come out of it. And after your 3rd one, just begin to straighten the legs one at a time, just allowing yourself to come into a resting position. So with Yin, we take little breaks to allow the muscles in our body to reset and rebound. Your next inhale, we're going to stay on the back. You're going to bring the soles of your feet up to the ceiling, or not to the ceiling, rather facing the ceiling. That would be a little high. Bringing the hands through the legs, grabbing your shins, your ankles, the outside of your feet, maybe your big toes, basically whatever you can grab. And then you bring the knees toward the mat as best you can. Maybe rock on the low back for just a second, and then you want to ground the sacrum, coming into stillness. Remembering our 3 rules of Yin. We're going to come into the pose at an appropriate depth for ourselves. We try to stay still, and we hold the pose. And we breathe, the unwritten rule. We're always breathing. You're halfway through. If you want to make any adjustments, if this is getting too much, you can always just meet us in knees to chest. We'll be here just a little over a minute. Check in with the face, maybe bring a slight smile that relaxes the facial muscles, relaxing the jaw. Just 50 more seconds. You can do it. Take 3 deep belly breaths here before we come out of it. You're still in happy baby. You're going to slowly bring the knees in toward the chest, hugging them in, maybe rocking on the low back one more time. And then just extend the legs back onto the mat, coming into the resting position. Allow the muscles to rebound. From here, you're going to bring the feet up so the knees are bent, rolling onto the right side, using your left hand to push you up, and we will meet in tabletop. And let's take a few cat-cows before we move into our next shape. So stacking the wrists under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. As you inhale, drop the belly, gazing up. As you exhale, press with your palms, tilting the pelvic bone, arching your back, chin to chest. The head or crown is the last thing to fall. Inhale, dropping the belly, gazing up. Exhaling, round, chin to chest. Just continue moving between these two shapes, making sure you're matching the breath to the movement. Just really enjoy the movement, maybe closing the eyes. This lubricates our spine, moves your synovial fluid up and down the spine, puts your spine in every possible position, which we don't do because we're always seated, driving, seated at computers or on the couch maybe. So this is really good. You want to do cat-cow every day. And then coming back to neutral after maybe your last one, we'll bring the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes are touching, sinking your hips back, walking the hands forward, bringing the forehead to your mat, child's pose. Maybe you add in a mudra for your hands, so bringing the palms together. This is Anjali Mudra. It's a prayer gesture, but it balances the brain hemispheres. You press the palms lightly. And then we're breathing. halfway through this shape. Check the quality of your mind. Bring it back to your body, back to your breath. We'll be here just one more minute. Very slowly, you're going to make your way forward onto the belly, coming into our resting pose, alligator. Stack the hands, let the forehead come down. Let the big toes touch, your heels just relax, open onto the mat. Just check in, notice what the body feels. On your next inhale, you'll lift the head, bring the hands back by the shoulders, and we're going to press out into table. Then flip your toes, lift your hips. We'll meet in a downward dog. Lifting the tailbone up to the ceiling, that'll help you find length in your spine. Maybe walking the dogs, pressing each heel toward the mat. Pressing the palms, just finding a little bit of movement here. And then from here, we're going to move into sleeping swan or pigeon. So we're going to bring the right knee to the right wrist, straightening the back leg. And you could just be sitting up like so. Maybe you can come on to the forearms and you're just here letting the head hang, or maybe you can flatten all the way down. Just go where you can, not forcing anything, breathing into any places of tension. Just check in with the jaw that we're not clenching. Just breathe through it. couple deep breaths before we come out of it. Breathe back into your hips. And if you're all the way flattened, you'll start coming up onto the forearms, walking the hands until we're upright. And how we get out of this is we're going to flip the back toes. Press with your palms, lifting up so you can come back into downward dog. And then just take a little bit of movement here. Check in, notice the difference in the sides. Just make any movements you need. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So we're bringing that left knee toward the left wrist. Straightening the back leg. Maybe you're here. Maybe you come down. We're on the forearms, just letting the head hang. Lots of head hanging in the end. Maybe you can flatten all the way out if that's in your practice. And you're breathing. Over halfway through. Three full belly breaths here before we come out of it. And very slowly, if you're all the way flattened out, you're going to walk the hands back up. And we're just going to lift that knee. You can maybe take a quick downward dog again, just to stretch out one more time. And when you feel like you've had your movement, you're just going to drop the knees, coming back onto the belly. Coming into our back bend of this sequence. So we'll start with Sphinx pose. That's your first option. Your elbows are under the shoulders. Tops of the feet are down. We press the palms until you come up into that arch, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, kind of tucking the chin in so it's not jutting up or out. If you want a little more, you're going to angle the hands to the corners and you're coming up into seal. But that one's a little more intense, so check them both out. Pick the one you can maintain. You can always switch when I call halfway. Whichever one you're in, just check in with the face and the jaw, that you're not clenching.
Visualize as the breath comes in through the nose. Visualize it moving down your spine, through each vertebrae, down the backs of your legs, into your toes. And visualize bringing the breath back, all the way back up the legs, up the spine, over your shoulders, down the arms, and into the fingertips. Just imagine sending breath to every cell in your body. Breathe into the belly. You're halfway through. If you want to make any adjustments to what you're doing, just reset. Check in with the shoulders if you're in space. Drop them away from the ears again. They tend to start clenching and raising the back towards the ears. We'll be here just about a minute and a half. Very slowly begin to lower yourself. Go slower than you think you need to, coming into our resting position. Let the head come down, rest on the hands. Let the toes touch, your heels fall open. That'll decompress your spine. Just check in. Notice what's going on in the back and in the mind. Your next inhale, we're going to lift the head, press the hands back by the shoulders, coming back into table, and then we'll be in downward dog. Taking a little last movement here.
Lift the tailbone up high to the ceiling.
And walk your feet up to meet your hands. We're going to come into dangling pose or a forward fold. So you want to really bend your knees here. You're almost resting the torso on the thighs. It's a little different than Hatha style. We let the hands hang, or you can cross them at the elbows, or just let them reach toward the mat. You want the crown of the head facing the mat, almost like you're trying to drain the brain. You can always bend the knees more. You want to try to release the entire upper back. Maybe you nod the head, yes and no. Then come into stillness. Try to breathe into the back of your heart, into the back of the ribs. You're halfway through. Just check in with the jaw, the face. Just about 45 more seconds. You may feel your knees shaking. That's normal. Mine are. Maybe bend them a little more. Make sure you're breathing. Thirty seconds. Take 3 more deep breaths here before we come out of it. Very carefully, we're going to lower or bend the knees until your hands can touch the mat. Just come back down onto the knees,
Coming into a seat, making our way onto our back. We are going to take one last
shape, a twist, before we move into Shavasana. So bringing the knees up, teeing the arms, shift your hips just a tad to the left, but let the knees fall over to the right. Then you're going to gaze the opposite way with your knees, breathing into the back. Your next inhale, we're going to bring the knees back to center. And then shifting the hips just a tad to the right as you let the knees fall over to the left, or whichever side you want to. Arms are open, head is facing the opposite way of the knees.
Coming back to center, making your way onto your back. Opening the legs as wide as the mat, just letting the feet flop open. Arms can be open, resting on the side. Maybe tucking the shoulder blades if you have a blanket or anything with you, like use. Maybe roll the head left and right, just release any tension you're holding there. Let's take a few cleansing breaths, just breathing in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. Take 2 more. Inhale through the nose, sighing it out. Last one. Just relax the face. Let your eyes be heavy. Relax the jaw. Release the tongue, the roof of the mouth. Shavasana. Slowly bringing awareness back to the body. Begin making small movements, maybe wiggling the fingers and toes, maybe circling your wrists or ankles, maybe a full body stretch. And then make your way onto your right side. Lay there for just a moment, and then we'll meet in a seated position for our meditation portion. Once you're seated, you can add in a mudra. This is Diana mudra, where your left hand comes under the right. The tips of the thumbs just gently press together. This brings compassion. It's specifically for meditation, or you can just have the hands down, or you can add the pointer to the thumb for focus. Whatever's comfortable, letting the spine be tall. Rolling your shoulders up and back. Closing the eyes. Just begin arriving. The body's here. Your breath is here. We're going to bring the mind in. We do that by bringing our awareness to our breath. Trying to keep our attention wherever we feel it the strongest. Maybe your nose, maybe the rise and fall of your chest, maybe the belly. Wherever that is for you, see if you can keep your attention there. Try to pause any mental activity occupying the mind. The brain is designed to think, so thoughts are going to come. Just notice them. Almost see them like commercials, like here it is again, and just send it on its way. Allow the mind to rest on your breath. See if you can allow the body to breathe you. As you inhale, you feel the chest rise. As you exhale, the body softens and relaxes. See if you can feel and notice what it feels like to breathe. Releasing judgment of yourself, of your busy mind. Just trying to pay attention to the inhales and exhales. Letting go of thoughts, thinking, just trying to enjoy each breath. The moment we notice we're thinking is the moment you have regained awareness. So it's okay to notice thinking. We just notice and bring the mind back to the breath. Just try to become the breath. Become the breath as it flows in. Become the breath as it flows out. Breathing is the most important thing we do every day. Yet how often are we aware we're even doing it? Move with your breath, staying connected to it, as if you've been assigned the job of bodyguard. Connected to your breath as you breathe in. Relaxing the body as you breathe out. Releasing tension as you breathe in. feeling peace in your heart as you breathe out. The stillness we tap into is our true natural state. Before we're born, we're in a meditative state. We're floating. We were born this way. And then we come into the world and life happens. And we get distracted and busy and we forget who we are. But it's through meditation that we can tap back into our true nature, which is stillness and calm. It's always here for you. You just have to tap into it. Breath is what connects us to this present moment. To each moment as it is the only place we can truly be alive in, this moment, not the past, not the future. Give yourself permission to be here more. Take 3 full, deep belly breaths. Just notice how you feel in this moment. And slowly dipping the chin, bringing the hands to heart center. Maybe as you slowly open the eyes, keep the gaze down. And slowly open the eyes, coming back. This beautiful world we're all so lucky to be alive in. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, guys. It's a wrap for Sunday Yin Meditation. Bye, Rachel.